What's up, everybody? This is Steve Strelacci, and today we are looking at the Prime P1 Intelligent Pedal from Mooer. And essentially what this little beast is, it's a full modeling suite for guitar and bass. It's also a drum loop. It's also a metronome. It's also a looping station. This thing does so much stuff, and it comes in a little pint size, even smaller than a pint, I guess, little handheld size, full modeling suite that you could take anywhere, just put in your pocket and go. Mooer sent this out to me for a demo, so I want to thank them for sponsoring the video. And we are going to go through some of the features and what this thing can do. So for starters, as you could see, it is really small, like super, super small. This thing, I don't know if anyone is old enough to remember iPods. This thing reminds me of an old iPod. They were about that same size, and it has 3 inputs. You can, well, technically 4, I guess. You have your input, you have your output, a headphone jack, and you have your charger. And that's it. Really simple, really easy to use. On that subject of being a charger, there's no external battery. There's no changing of AA's or AAA's, having to, always have those on you or looking for them. This works on a regular USB-C charging cable, just like anything else. Comes in a really cool carrying case. So literally you could just throw this in a suitcase if you're going on a trip or something, and all you need is headphones and a guitar cable. And I think that having the headphones right on there is a really useful tool, and it's super easy to use. Everything is handled via the P1 app that you can get on your cell phone, and it makes everything really easy to dial in. We're gonna look at that in a second. Just looking at the unit again, you have this big front knob. And what this front knob is going to do, we're gonna use it to power on and off. You'll see it blinking, changing colors, and then it goes to one solid color. And then you can also press in on this button 4 times per bank. So whatever you're on, there's 4 presets per bank. So you can bank through 4 presets depending on where you are on the app. You can have your 4 favorite presets, and you could just push that button and skim through those as you choose. Or you can purchase the external foot switch that is also really great. I have it somewhere here, but maybe I'll do a demo using it another time. But it's a fully Bluetooth connected thing, so there's no wires or cables. You can connect to your 4-button foot switch, and you can change banks and you can change presets right from the floor. So this is based on Mooer's unique MNRS technology for high-quality digital amp models and effects in a small form factor. It's a pretty minimalist design with a lot of features loaded into it. So now let's take a look at the main event, and that is the app. So I'll pull up over here the app. So what you'll see here is you have your main page where you have A, B, and C here, where I guess there's room for improvement and expansion depending on what they do with the product line. As far as this goes, you have electric guitar and bass guitar. You can load one to A and one to B. So if I click on A, it takes me into my guitar section. So typically 0 is what it comes up with. So dumb clean, I guess, is going to be like your Dumbold style clean amp. And you see here, you have all of these presets dialed in. And I've had Mooer products before. I have the GTRS guitar, and I think that these presets sound a lot better out of the box. These presets actually sound really good. We're going to cover those in a second. Let's just take a look here. You have your amps, right? I believe that green on the far left is cleaner amps, and then as you go down, they turn red for higher gain. But you see you have, what is this, 52 amp models to choose from. Then you can go to your overdrive section, and you have all of these overdrives to choose from. So again, it's high gain, medium gain, and I guess a clean boost in the green. Cabinets, you have plenty to choose from here. You have 25 different cabinets, so you'll definitely be able to find what you need there. You have a dynamics block where you have 4 different choices there. One's a compressor, a noise gate, touch wah, auto wah. In the modulation block, you have 15 choices. I guess you can only do 1 at a time here, which is okay. It's kind of a set signal chain. Kind of reminds me of like the Pod Go. You have delay types, you have 6 different delays, and you have 5 different reverbs. So you have plenty to choose from. And the cool thing is that you can swap things around in the signal chain. Obviously, I'm just kind of doing this to see what we could do here. So you could put your delay and reverbs wherever you want, your modulation effects, before amp, after amp, whatever you want. And of course, you can get all of this for around $150. I'll have Amazon links below if you want to check out your own. So now let's see what else this thing can do other than amp modeling. So when I'm on the amp page, if I click on this little P1, I have an upload where I can upload to their cloud. So you can upload and download different presets, finding things that you really like. You can go to the cloud here where you can search all other ones that people have uploaded, and you can just hit download and they'll be right there in your set list there. For your settings, you have a global EQ, and then it also tells you what kind of things you're going to. So if you're going to a cabinet simulator, if you're using the cabinet simulation, it's right here. If you're going to a power amp, to a real cabinet, you have that choice here, and etc. So now when I go to tools, this is where I get to kind of the fun stuff here, where this first section is a metronome. So if I hit play, that activates the metronome, and you have all different time signatures here to mess around with when it comes to your metronome. You also have this drum machine where you can put different loops on and all these different drum beats you could choose from. Let's see, we're going with this rockabilly just for a random example here. And you can change your tempo. Cool, you have a tuner on here and you have your looper, which is an 80-second looper. Basic thing, get down some ideas. Nothing crazy that's gonna blow you away. All right, so let's actually get into some of this amp modeling. Let's explore some of these stock presets. So for this, I'm gonna be using my Sir, and I'm plugged into a Neve, Rupert Neve Designs DI box. Okay, and now I'm gonna go right to this dumb drive, see if this is any good. Yeah, these first four are kind of weak, but there's some good ones in here. Let's just quickly go to one that I know that I like here, and that is one called Back in Black, which I assume this is named after some Australian band. Very nice. And other things that I can do now, I can go into the amp settings, say I want like more bass and a little less treble. I could just use the sliders right there. Let's go with this emotional solo here. This might be one that I can mess with and maybe upload. So emotional solo is the name of this stock preset. Alright, so it seems use a little bit more gain. So I'm going to slide that gain up. I'm going to go to this OD, Gold Clon. I love how some of these things are spelt here. And I'm going to turn the gain up from there, turn the volume up from there, hit the front end of that amp harder. To the UK 212, I'm going to change this to that Marshall cab. Add a super subtle tremolo. Have to make it active. So now we got a little subtle tremolo in there. Okay, let's see what kind of delay we have. Analog delay, I don't need to mess with that. I like that, but we do need a reverb for this. Let's throw a modulated reverb on here. Make sure it's bypassed or enabled. Make sure it's enabled. No pre-delay, good amount of decay. Bring the tone down. And let's see what we wind up with this. There we go. Okay, now let's say I want to use this sound and I want to play along to a drum track. Tools, drums. Rock ballad. Let's try that. I don't know if this is considered rock ballad, but and I could just jam along until I get blue in the face. So that is a brief overview of what this Prime P1 intelligent guitar. I don't even know if I want to call it a guitar pedal. It's just a little modeling thingy. So there's a bunch of things that this thing can do. Showed you how to do some of the amp modeling, the drum machine, the tuner, and man, this thing packs a punch for something that fits in your pocket. I'm really enjoying using it, and I want to thank Mooer again for sponsoring this video. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.